All right. Hello. Welcome to the first edition of Expat X-Files, Now Japan. This is a new series I'm going to do, and this series is going to highlight expats living in Japan for the long term. Excuse me, I am reading off a prompt here. And when I say long term, I mean like, you know, for 5 years or more living in Japan. So like more than just a 1-year Eikaiwa stint. These are, you know, these are people.
Long haulers.
The long haulers. The maybe lifers. Some of us.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to listen to their stories about what brought them here and what they do and have done here. And we'll get some insight into what life is like as a foreigner living in Japan. So I decided to make this because a lot of you are always asking me, Tom, what brought you to Japan? You know, what do you do? Or all these different questions.
What
and
were you thinking?
What were you thinking? And honestly, like, I get sick of talking about myself. So we're going to talk about
To other people. Yay!
other people. So let me introduce. Today, my guest today is Will Taylor. And I have known Will for a few years now. I don't even know.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah, definitely. So we were trying to figure this out earlier, but like the city of Nagoya is kind of it's a small city. Like, I mean, American cities, what would you compare it to?
Oh, I think it's around the size of Chicago. Actually.
Chicago? Yeah.
About
Okay.
population-wise.
All right.
So a little
So
over 2 million. A little over 2 million. Close to 3 million.
okay. So picture that. That's the size of Nagoya, and like the foreign community is not that big, you know, especially with like Americans and whatnot, you know.
Everybody knows somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in this series, I'm going to talk to many friends of different nationalities, but there's few Americans here, right? There's lots of Australians, right? Oh wait, am I wrong?
Kiwis too. No.
Yeah?
I would say Americans.
Yeah. First time I ever met a British person was in Japan. It was no, I take that back. It was in college. The first time I ever lived with a British person was in Japan. The funny thing was that he lived with me and another American guy, and he started off the whole thing by being like, "I hate Americans." I was like, "Oh, this is gonna go well." I mean, I know a lot of British people. They're great, but man, this one guy, he was just funny. He's like, "Oh, I hate Americans." I was like, "It's first day, bro." First day. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to ask Will some questions, and he's going to tell us, you know,
what it is.
Yeah, this is a laid-back forum, you know, so I've bought my friend here a couple chuhais, and Will, what is a chuhai? That is, I've never heard that. What's a chuhai?
Chuhai is a combination of fruit juice and local alcohol. Shochu.
They're sweet. I had a stint of drinking here in Japan, and they're sweet. Like,
Think of them as what, like, Smirnoff Ice wishes it was, sort of thing. Sort of multiple fruit flavors of, like, decent alcohol.
it's decent. Well, I got him the generic ones.
But like the real
bad host.
The real ones. Ooh, you get. It's a rainbow.
Yeah.
It's what Four Loko wanted to be. What Four Loko wanted to be.
I didn't ever have Four Loko.
I smelled one.
The Four Loko had like speed in it too, didn't it?
It was just really fucked up stuff.
It was like wait. I remember because like I wasn't drinking that either, and like Four Loko had like what was like malt liquor.
It was
and
basically like malt liquor and like stronger alcohol. It was like one of these. Ripped up.
Yeah, it was like an Incredible Hulk. So anyway, yeah. So it's a laid-back forum. Actually, I saw a really funny series on YouTube recently, and there was another laid-back forum kind of just discussion, because these are the best, right? I mean, where you're honest, like you really find out the real deal about stuff, you know? And again, I'm going to ask Will some questions here about living in Japan and his experience. And I'm just listening, you know, so we might go off the track a little bit here, but that's what this new series is all about. So if you have questions, put them in the comments, yeah, and I say, like, I don't know this yet. This is all brand new. If you use Twitter, do hashtag Expat X-Files, all one word.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that seems pretty easy.
That'll work.
And we'll go back and forth that way. So hashtag Expat X-Files. All right, and also you can find my Twitter at Ghost of Matsubara. You can just check that out. All right. So anyway, here we go. Question time.
Woo!
All right.
Let's do this.
So Will, first of all, you can probably tell by talking to him. Where are you from?
I am from America. I'm an American. Grew up in Chicago. Left there, moved to California, and came out to Japan from the Bay Area, San Francisco area.
Okay. Cool. And how old were you when you came here?
God, I was 23, 24.
Me too. I was 23. I was 23, I think. No, wait, I take that back. I think, yeah, shit, 23, 24. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, well, I don't know, like, so how long have you been here?
I got, what year is this? 2014.
2014.
Yeah. I've been out of the States for 10 years. Been here basically most of them.
Right.
Except for a little stretch in Italy.
What were you doing in Italy?
Went there to get a TEFL.
Like what's TEFL?
Certification, another teaching certification. Teaching English as a foreign language. It was a month-long course in Milan. A lot of work. A lot of work. It was fair amount of work.
All right, cool. So that besides going to Italy, which is cool as hell.
And then after, I was there. Worked for a cruise company, pretty infamous cruise company. Yeah.
What, an Exxon Valley?
Costa, the one who had the boat crash,
in Korea?
No. In Europe, the Concordia, shitload of people got sick. It was just really fucked up.
I don't hear about this.
Look it up. Yeah, Costa Cruises.
Why was it you? Did you make the food or something?
Wasn't me. No, but I worked for those cats. I talked to those cats
father.
And then I came back here after that. Been here ever since. So
it's about 10 years.
About 10 years here.
Cool. Yeah, I was. We were talking about this earlier. I'll be 10 years in April. So yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Anyway, so Will, this is the big question. This is the fun one.
All right.
Well, what brought you to Japan? Why did you come here?
I came to Japan with someone I was seeing at the time.
Nelson. You all know Nelson.
Yeah.
All right, so go on. I'm sorry.
I came over with someone I was seeing at the time, and we were both working for the Bunny.
What's the Bunny?
Nova.
Oh yeah, the Bunny.
We worked for the Bunny before the Bunny blew up back in the day. So this was around 2003. Still a viable company then. Came over. We were out in Kanto area.
And Kanto, for those of you who don't know, it's
Tokyo, Kanagawa, Chiba. That whole where you would probably first fly into Japan. We came over together.
All right. So are you still with this girl?
No.
No. Is she a Japanese girl?
No, American.
Oh, okay.
American.
Oh, so you guys came over here as a couple to be Eikaiwa teachers?
Yep.
English conversation school teachers, Eikaiwa teachers.
Yep.
All right. So things went sour.
Things happened as they do.
Yeah.
And she left. I would say
Stay down.
It's okay.
As long as he doesn't jump at Will's face here, he's cool.
Things happened. Life happened.
Yeah.
And she left, and I stayed. And I've been here since.
When you came, was it were you planning on just 1 year, or what were you thinking when you first came?
Just play it by ear, basically. Yeah. I mean, it was more see how this sort of thing goes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I gotcha. I think I was kind of the same way. Let's see. All right, so you worked as an English teacher.
Yep.
But let's see, what other jobs have you done, and maybe work us up to what do you do now, like your employment history here in Japan.
Well, I came over with Noah. I was with them for a while. Switched to a different.
Yeah, he'll eat you if you let him go. Nelson will like just lick your entire body.
Ridiculous. Different DJing company. Worked basically for a few of the dispatch companies, as they're called.
Okay, just for those of you who don't know.
Dispatch company is a company that hires teachers and sends them to schools. They develop contracts with a city and arrange for English teachers for that.
You still work for Interact?
No.
But you did?
I did.
I did too.
I worked for them back then.
So far, actually, Will and I's story, it kind of lines up. I came here with Nova as well, the bunny, as he said, and I quit that before the Nova died. Died, yeah. It just went bankrupt and stopped paying people. I had a friend that was still working for him. I was living with a guy who was going to work for this company, Nova, every day, and I had already quit. Right. I was working for one of these dispatch companies already. And this guy was still working for Nova. Yeah, and like I haven't gotten a paycheck. I was like, stop going to work. I was like, dude, stay home.
It's over.
I was like, they're not going to pay you. I think later he got a little something, but nowhere near as much as he actually went into work.
Yeah.
That was weird.
A lot of people got screwed up.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was pretty fucked up.
And Nova's still around, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been reincarnated. The whole company got passed around a couple times until there's a restaurant chain that owns them now, basically.
That's pretty funny. They should actually, if they really want to be serious about Nelson. If they really want to be serious about people learning English, they should open a restaurant. Where like it's mandatory to speak English in the restaurant.
You have no choice.
You have no choice.
You come here to eat.
I heard somewhere that like Korea does stuff like that.
Word?
Yeah, where they have places or towns or like things set up, and I'm not talking like North Korea. I'm talking like South Korea.
South Korea.
Where they have like certain places set up that everything is English. Like they bring the foreigners in to do these jobs.
Word.
And when the Korean people go to this place, this town or restaurant or whatever, everything they do, every interaction is with foreigners who actually can't speak Korean
at all.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's interesting. It is interesting. I don't know. That whole can your teacher speak your language or not thing, I juggle as sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Yeah.
It's tough to really nail that one down.
L1, L2, which one, how much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Was there any more about the jobs?
Now I just I work directly for a city. Excuse me. Work directly for a city. That's so much better. So much better. It's wonderful.
So you work at a high school, or
junior high school. One particular school, and it's been. So
basically, you went from Nova, dispatch company, Interact, to the government. Well, working directly for the school, as in government. How did you make that switch?
It is honestly like stroke of luck.
Luck.
Yeah. Some of these really tend to. It just worked out. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess like the right person was just kind of like, hey, this is happening at this time.
I heard something from a guy.
Yeah.
Happened to talk about something else to another guy, and then we just like, maybe you want to try this? And I was like, okay, yes, I've been trying to go to these forever.
Yep. I know exactly. Yeah, that's. I had to take a leap of faith with one of my jobs too.
And it just worked out. I'm really happy there.
Cool. All right, so this is my next question, and people who know Nagoya will laugh at this, but Will, why Nagoya? And this is actually kind of funny because I didn't know you were in Kanto first.
Yeah, I was in Kanto. So
why Nagoya? What brought you here?
Because the person I was seeing was in Nagoya, and I was in Chiba, in a town I really didn't like. Pretty provincial area. And I was like, well, no, it's better if I move out here. So I came out to Nagoya.
How did you meet this girl that was in Nagoya if you were living in Chiba?
This was the person I'd come over here with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and through a few things, basically, we wound up in different areas.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you eventually, how long did it take you to? I mean, was it a transfer through Nova?
No. Actually, I left Nova. I'd been with a dispatch company that I wound up working for them in Chiba.
Interact?
No, different company.
Oh.
Different company. One based out of Tokyo. Well, a different one based out of Tokyo. And the person I was seeing was in Nagoya, so I was looking for a job there, interviewed with another dispatch company, and moved out on them.
Okay, cool. And so he's in Nagoya, and I'm happy about that. Kind of funny. One of the things that we haven't mentioned here, and I just thought about that as I was, I'm happy that Will is in Nagoya. Will's actually a DJ here in Nagoya.
Oh, yeah.
And, we talked about, as far as jobs and stuff, we talked about some of your, real, day jobs, but, what are some of the other jobs? I mean, as a foreigner, you can get different weird work.
I've DJed here, I've acted here. Yeah, I've done some random ass video work here.
I know a guy who was invited to make a porno.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Never worked out or never went down as far as I know. But I don't know if it was an actual porno. I think it was just some weird dude that was like, I want to film you having sex with my wife. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen some things.
I've seen some things.
You've
seen some things.
I've seen some things.
Yeah, you play an interesting role as a foreigner.
Yeah, but I've done some video work.
Straight. I've done some video work.
Fuck you. No, I've done some film work, some TV work.
Still a bit vague, but anyway. Look,
and I've done some shit for a couple of random product companies.
There's the players too, right?
And
you've done directing and stuff though.
Directed for the Nagoya Players.
What was the last one? You did 12 Angry Men, right?
Yeah, production of a version of 12 Angry Men.
That was
really well received.
That was good. I went. It was really good.
It was good times.
I was, it was tense,
It's supposed to be tense.
These guys are really angry.
So, yeah, that was really cool. And, yeah.
And the DJing, too. I had a gig the other night, and he didn't come because he was DJing all the way on the other side in Nagoya Bay or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I spin music. I've always been just a madly musical person. So
yeah, we were trying to find the right soundtrack before, but I kiboshed the whole thing because YouTube won't let me have copyrighted background music.
Everyone needs
bastards.
Everyone wants a taste. But I mean, I love music, and so I occasionally around town, around the area or region, play.
No.
Play. So.
You do clubs and parties.
Parties, events, all kinds of shit.
Nice.
Whoever asks.
Some talk about Halloween.
Oh God.
Some talk about Halloween being juggled around, but let's not get into it because it's a whole thing in Nagoya.
That's a whole another kettle of fish.
Halloween in Nagoya.
That's local politics.
Local politics.
We're not gonna fuck with that.
Local fucking politics. All right. Anyway, on with the list of questions here. All right. Do you speak Japanese?
Poorly. My spoken Japanese is pretty poor. I figure out a lot of stuff by context. If you if you understand a few basic things, it's pretty easy to figure out a lot of stuff just by the situation you're in.
Like the language that you're hearing.
Yeah, the language you're hearing.
Depending on how red the person's face is and how exactly they're shaking their fist at me, I get a lot out of the context.
It's not like the mentalist, motherfucker.
It's not like the mentalist.
No. You just...
If the girl's smiling at me and I know what she's talking about.
You learn what shit is. So, I've learned a lot of what shit is. I don't read.
Yeah.
I don't read here. Yeah. So, that's a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes.
Well, let's see. How do you think your language ability, your Japanese ability, how do you feel that that's affected your experience? For better, for worse? What do you, I mean,
like, it gives you a hell of a way to ignore people. It's which is kind of nice.
I told my students that the other day, because, my students, they know I speak Japanese, right? I talk to them, and, I was like, oh yeah, sometimes, in certain situations, I just pretend I don't speak Japanese. I'm just, totally huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a bad thing to say, probably. Anyway, go on. He's right.
There are occasions where it's just easier to pretend you don't understand what a person's saying, because either they'll just assume you're blank and take care of everything for you, or it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. One of the things I was thinking I might actually start a separate series.
Yeah.
Something to the effect of Japanese on Japan. Because there are certain things like Will was just saying. If you're blank, people will take care of shit for you because they figure, and it sucks, in a way, because they're thinking, oh, he doesn't understand, or he's too stupid.
Basically.
He's too thick to do this. When in all reality, you're completely capable of doing it, but you're like, well, hell.
If you're going to take care of it,
yeah.
knock yourself out.
If you're going to do it for me, I'll let you. Yeah. That's cool. You can think I'm dumb.
Exactly.
I had a really funny comment. One of my coworkers, and this guy's a really cool guy, but and he was really embarrassed after he said this. He goes, "Oh, you're smarter than you look." And then he caught himself after he said it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, well, he didn't mean it at all. He didn't mean it he didn't mean it he was trying to give me a compliment, But it was funny as hell. I was like, okay, so I guess I look kind of stupid.
Exactly.
I guess I look kind of stupid. What are you gonna do? You want the grapefruit? No?
No, I'm alright for now.
Okay. Yeah, we can also take a pause anytime we want.
Okay.
Alright. That's funny. But yeah, so people will take care of stuff for you, if you act blank.
Pardon me.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Let's continue with this. Aha! Now, what is the best thing about living in Japan? What do you like about it? It doesn't have to be one thing. You can rattle off a few.
Alright, good. Cool. I ain't gotta worry about a lot of shit. There are a lot of things that come with living in the States that I don't have to deal with here. Examples being, I've never had too much of a problem with any police stops.
Yeah.
I've been stopped. Everybody's been stopped.
Yep, I've been stopped too.
Everybody's been stopped. But, I've never felt any problems with it. They've always been incredibly courteous. And surprisingly even-handed. I do admit a small chortle of glee when I see a Japanese person get stopped on a bike. It makes me a little happy, but that's just because that's my, I guess, sort of American fuck police thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I as much if any of you see me on Facebook or Twitter, I'm pretty. I've gotten way more. What do you call it? Shit. Aware of the extent to which police bullshit is happening.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, the Ferguson thing is like the most recent and you know biggest like
Horror.
Recently, but like yeah, I'm a lot of my angst towards cops comes from my American experience. Honestly, you don't want to fuck with Japanese police. You don't want to fuck with them. Definitely don't. I've seen them training kendo up in their cop. Like over in Showa Ward, I heard all these crack crack crack. They were not going easy on each other. Like I would not fuck with Japanese police. Like, but the same as Will was saying. Like I've been stopped, and I'm just just be friendly. And they really most times I think they feel with foreigners. Like most cops, I don't think are very confident in their English, and they don't want to deal with us. You know?
Yeah. So unless they're like, in the cases I've been stopped, generally a lot of it's been training.
Yeah.
So it's been like one cop and another cop. He's like, all right, what's up, this guy? I want to show you the process for doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I would say easily the last 3 or 4 times I've been stopped in the last maybe like 3 years. It's been straight training situations.
Yeah. It's nowhere near as horrifyingly intimidating as an American cop experience. Yeah. Like, you know, even in my like small white town of upstate New York, you know, like I mean, the cops. My mom and sister recently are like, you know, it's like again, all the cops are from outside the community, you know, and again, it's not like Ferguson, it's not like the black white thing, you know, but it's still she's like they're all from outside the community and they're all looking to get you.
Yeah.
It's not like protect and serve. It's like
seize.
I've been saying bully and intimidate recently. Yeah. You know, it's like cops, we bully and intimidate. But again, luckily, that's not the experience here. Like, I mean, I have had one, you know, I have tattoos, and that's a thing in Japan, you know? Like, so I was over at a park over in Chiagasaka, and I had been doing exercise, and then after I was just sitting there on my just by my bike, playing on my phone, you know, just I had nothing to do. Yeah, I had nothing to do, and I kind of noticed in my periphery that a scooter cop had come up, and he's just kind of there, and then I kind of noticed this bike kind of pull in front of my bike. I'm like, okay, we're talking to me now, and that situation was a little weird because I mean, he's like, can I look in your bike box? And I'm like, sure. Yeah, I'm like, I have nothing in there. But what was weird is that later, like, a car with like three more cops pulled up, and I was like, boy, come on,
really?
Did someone give a call? Like, you know. But I guess what they said is that there was a hitakuri, purse snatching, in the area recently, and they thought it was me. You know, I was like, did I fit the description or? Yeah. You know, like, why? Okay, whatever. I didn't have any reason to freak out or be weird anyway. So I'm like, yeah, check my box. Nice. Look in my box.
look at my box. Look at my box.
You cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Opposite side. Well, actually, no. Actually, before we move on, any other good things about Japan? Anything else you want to mention?
The food. I mean, I want to standard shit. The food, the niceness of a lot of people in general.
Yeah, like, it's pretty hospitable.
It is. Like, a lot of people will go ass out to like accommodate you or try to help you or at least try to find some way to help you with something. And
right.
That's really nice. That's really nice. I hadn't had that in a while. That was really cool.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, now that we've taken all that positivity, what's the most difficult thing about living in Japan?
The strictness on some things. Like, they're, sort of an unbending stubbornness on certain views that are Yeah, it just seemed kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's. I was thinking. Yeah, a lot of the laws and rules in Japan, like, it's just so. There's no gray.
Rigid.
It's rigid, you know?
Black or white.
Right. There's no middle ground, and it's either right or wrong, this or that. And, like, I was thinking, like, this is, I think, something cultural, too. Like, America, like, at least in our history that we've been taught, right? Like, everything that was pumped into our head was that, like, we were a country born of revolution.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, when shit is fucked up, you, like...
You
change it, right?
Make people change.
And Japan has never had that experience. Like, I mean, even the Meiji Revolution was like a revolt by the upper class to change the structure. I mean, they basically... Yeah, the upper class basically... the shogun, which was... He was basically a dictator.
Yeah.
You know, like... Well, what we would call today a dictator, I'm sure. Like, they took the shogun... out, but it was done from within Japan by the upper class, the samurai that were like, all right, let's revolutionize our country.
Let's change this shit.
But it's never been like an underclass revolt, you know. No. So like, you know, when there's a law or a rule in Japan, you just do it. You know, like you don't ask questions, you just do it. So like then we get here and we're like, why? People are like, what
the fuck?
What is this why of which you speak? You know, like,
word.
Why? Why are you doing that? Oh, like, I had an experience when I first got here, and I'm talking like first couple weeks. I was out in a kaike. You know kaike?
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing out there. It's just like, it's the fringe of the city of Nagoya before you get to Toyota.
Yeah.
And,
out there.
Yeah, and so I was living out there, and, like, I was, you know, there's a crosswalk, and I was going to cross the street with the light was there, but there's no cars at whatever time. There's nothing there, and the light was red, and so like I got to the street and everybody stopped, and I'm like, and then I just started walking. I was like, and everybody stayed on the curb, and I was like, that was like the Twilight Zone. I was like in New York, like. City or country, like if there's no cars coming,
fucking go.
You can go. It's okay. So yeah, I hear you. There's some rigidity. There's some real rigidity in Japan that could loosen up. You know.
So I would say that's probably the worst thing. That's definitely the worst part of it.
Coolio. All right. Now we get to the interesting stuff. All right. What's the craziest or funniest experience you've had in Japan?
Lord.
Yeah, like go off the walls. If you want your grapefruit chew high before you tell the story, I'll get it for you.
Shit. I'm trying to figure what will qualify. Maybe.
And again, if you have children in the room, get them out. Who knows what he's going to say? I don't know.
There was a time I woke up like in the backseat of a car. In a parking garage at like 8 a.m. A car of someone to this day I have no idea
know who's was.
No idea.
You're just taking a nap.
I had been out drinking with some hostesses. And like they were like, hey, let's go here. And, okay, sure.
The voice you just used for the hostesses was a bit gruff. Hey, let's go here. What kind of hostesses were these, man?
Oh, these are women. And yeah, but the last thing I remember, and I have a lot of stories that the last thing I remember. I woke up in a backseat of a car in like downtown.
Like downtown where?
Downtown Sakai, downtown Nagoya.
Okay.
And
on the street, or you said in a parking garage?
In a parking garage. Like, I wake up, look around, like, shit, where am I? What the fuck did I do? And I'm like, alright, I have everything. Gotta go. Get out of the car, and the parking lot attendant just kind of like, looks at me like, where the fuck did you come from?
What are you doing?
And I was like, so, walk out on the street. Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's just one story.
You feel free if you got another you want to tell. You're welcome to.
One of the worst. I wake up in a building. Alright, so I go to a bar. At this time I was working at a bar.
Was it Misfits?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was working at Misfits back in the day.
He used to bartend at this classic bar, Misfits. I don't know, classic closet. Alcohol.
Yeah, basically. Literally the only dive bar in the region.
Yeah.
And so we wind up at another bar after we closed that night, and I decided I gotta go to the bathroom. Bathroom with the bar is occupied, so at some point I just leave. And somehow I break into a department store. Because I didn't break anything, but I got into the building. And somehow I got to the top of the building, 15th floor of this building, and I find a bathroom.
On the 15th floor. Okay.
Get into this
Turns out I'm peeing off the roof.
the office section of this building. I go, do my business, take care of my thing.
Just took a dump on someone's desk.
And the next thing I remember, the cleaning service is vacuuming around my body.
What department store is this?
Loft.
Loft, nice.
The loft building. Yeah.
Holy shit!
I somehow got to the top of that building, that it's connected to.
That's open all night.
I don't know.
That door was.
The way it was, and so yeah, I got up in there, woke up with this lady just kind of vacuuming around my body, just zoom, zoom.
And that's very Japan too. Like that's not waking you up, so I'm getting
very passive aggressive. So I wake up, look at her, get in the elevator, go downstairs, and leave the building.
I wake up, I look at her, I look at her.
Because she's like, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm here. We're cleaning. It's awkward. It is what it is. Yeah. Nice.
So I'll take the elevator down, leave the place, and yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
That was another one. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah. There's gonna be a couple more Misfits, ex-Misfits bar folk alumni in this series, and that's funny. Yeah, Misfits is a wild place. I went there sober tons of times. It was another place to play music,
Yeah.
But then when I did have my off the wagon drinking stint, Dave was like, "Tom, good to see you." It was just a mess.
Come to Satan.
I know. He was like, "Welcome to the dark side."
Word.
All right. So actually, this is where we're wrapping this up. This is the end. Will has been a lot of fun here for this series, and I've got one more question or whatever.
Sure.
Again, a lot of the people that watch this channel are very interested in Japan, and that's why I'm doing this series.
All right.
So, is there anything that you would like to say to our YouTubers who are interested in Japan or who are planning on coming to Japan or any of those things?
If you're coming, save more than you think you're saving. When you first get here, it gets a little pricey. If you're here and you're deciding whether to become a long-term or go back to the States, I would not go back to the States right now.
It's interesting, yeah.
Well, especially if you have color. I would not go back to the
Oh
States
God,
right now.
it's embarrassing to watch, man. It's like I tweet the shit out of it. As much as on social media as I can throw out there. Because it's like, man, I do hear from again, not everyone. My town is full of lots of great people, but there is an element of people who are like, "Oh, it's bullshit. You're not seeing the cops' point of view," and I'm like, "Dude,"
It's ridiculous.
and I'm like, "Come on." Oh.
So yeah, if you're interested, hey, go for it. I advise anyone who's thinking of going anywhere, if you have a shot to leave the States for a minute, do it. Do it.
Expand your horizons. Expand your horizons.
It's way more worth it you can possibly imagine. Yeah.
Excellent. Very cool. Will, thank you, man.
No
All right, so this has been Expat X-Files Now Japan. And again, for now, like of course, Twitter is Ghost of Matsubara and hashtag Expat X-Files. And Will, do you, I don't know, you got DJ Scrying, do you want them to check that out on Twitter or anything?
Hey, if just drop a comment in the box.
Oh,
we'll go from there.
The YouTubes? Okay.
Yeah. We'll link it off of there.
Cool. Excellent. Well, everybody, thanks for watching, and I will have another guest probably next week. I've talked to a couple guys, and they're like, yeah, that sounds like fun. So, yeah, all right.
Yeah, get everybody
cool.
on this bitch.
So, thank you, everybody, and we'll check you later. Peace.
Lates.